So I'll just put the summary into 10 mantras for 10x growth. First is you're framing your business. What I told you about the frames in which you want to put your business. What is your business identity, the brand capital? What is the latent? What is latent in your business, or what problem are you solving? You need to reframe and rethink, asking the right questions to understand and defining the problem. Second step is visualize what 10x looks to you. Visualize what 2030 looks to you. Keep yourself, take out 2 days time, transport yourself in 2030. What business will look like? Don't look at current constraint. You want to be $100 million, 1,000 crore company, you want to be 5,000 crore company, or you want to solve a particular business problem. That visualization is important. Sometime in 1985, I'm just sharing my personal diary over here. In 85, in my personal diary, I written, I want to be chairman of public listed company. I didn't know what in 1985, what public limited company is. I'm not coming from business family. I'm coming from government service, a 9th child in a family. And when my wife took it out, this diary in 2002, she said, this is my dream, chairman of public limited company. Once you put a visualization right, then the next steps start happening because your mind gets anchored to the dream. So what do you see yourself in 2030, your business in 2030? That will give you the imagination mind. For that, you take a blank A3 paper, think about where your business is, what you want to see in 2030. Visualize it and think about how you can narrate your dream using drawings, pictures, and other objects. No alphabets, words, or text to be used. But visualize the thing with the drawing, pictures, and other objects because they are 3-dimensional, they're 2-dimensional. The pictures speak 1,000 words. You can use colors, be as dramatic or as simple as you feel like. This exercise can be done by the team. Like we did an exercise with a team of 20 people going for an offsite for 2 days, 3 days. One can do the visualization exercise. And that exercise is only imagination exercise. Once you do the imagination, then as an organization, you can start learning what the gaps are. And then from learning, you will start delivering the results. Then you get into the third mantra is, once you imagine it, then you start detailing it. You get into L0, L1, L2. You start creating a framework. This is a framework we created for our business model for global universal banking. You can create a framework, similar framework for you. What is the business is there? So I can go to core banking lending, which I described. So this is a framework. This remains constant. From 2008, this is constant. Nothing has changed in this frame. This is my cartographic view of the business. And then keep on detailing further and further. And we have a 10,000 pages, 50,000 pages of the detailing which happens. Then fourth is your operate a business framework, 6 capital framework. This is like a cube, which I said 1 centimeter cube can become a 6 centimeter cube. Fifth is build leadership team. Hire people smarter than you. One of the important learning for the entrepreneur or startup is when as a starter entrepreneur, when I'm getting a 1 lakh salary per month, how can I hire a person with 4 lakh salary a month? So I will try to hire a person with 70,000 rupees salary a month, then 1 lakh rupees salary a month. This is a mindset issue. When you need a 4 lakh person, but he's coming with a talent, which is you require to fulfill the gap in your leadership talent. And you may have to pay 4 times than your own salary because you own the equity in the company. Your equity is 100 times more valuable than the 4 times salary you're paying to the employees. So having a courage to hire the employees better than you is the 5th mantra. 6th mantra, market your product. Branding and promotion of your product enables greater outage. As of now, we all seen all the startups, all the new unicorns are about marketing the products. 7th mantra is sometimes SME doesn't have a board here. I've seen many SMEs, they don't have a proper board. I requested for the board of, in 97, I requested for Mr. Bhargav to come on my board for Maruti. I asked chairman of MTNL to come on my board because I didn't know how a large corporation can be done. In 97, I was 15 crore company and I invited the board, I selected the board, Trade Development Authority chairman to come on my board. So I invited Ashok Jhunjhunwala to come on a board. So I brought one academics, one trade person and one telecom chairman and one manufacturing operations large setup to be on a board. Now that's important point to have a board, which is 7th mantra. And second thing, I put a or there, I should have put and. You need a one sounding board with you, a mentor or sounding board. Pick up some coach whom you can freely discuss anything. It can be sounding board, you may have to pay him some salary, pay him something, pay him 50,000 rupees a month for 2 sessions a month or whatever it is, but you need a sounding board whom you can, because when you speak to the person, you clarify your own mind. Sometimes an entrepreneur has multiple thoughts in his mind. When he speaks to somebody, then only his mind gets clarified. And his mentor need not be of your own industry. It can be from any other industry. So sometimes we search for a mentor in our own industry, but somebody whom you have trust, 100% trust on him. Sometimes your family member can be a sounding board. So mentor and sounding board are 2 words, but you can have both in one, or you can have 2 different people. So 3 things: sounding board, mentor, and board is the 7th mantra where you have a doubt. So decaf element, when you have a decaf element, it will be helpful for effective mind to have a sounding board. Identify a role model, a lighthouse. To me, Disney World becomes a lighthouse to me. When I visited 1988 and he said, if you can dream it, you can do it. That became a lighthouse. I know I'm nowhere in that journey of Disney World, but it given me a small candlelight vision that something can be big. 9th mantra is, we need to solve step by step. There's no mantra that we can solve all the problem at the same time. Spot one constraint at a time, weakest link step at a time by identifying what is 10 gram, 100 gram, 1000 gram. Next thing is reinvent yourself every 2 years. The last mantra is, we need to reinvent ourselves. We need to go for some transformation leadership workshop. We need to go for some education ourselves to reinvent ourselves. We need to invest our money in our own learning process, whether and time both. I may go for some course, I may go for transformation leadership workshop. In my journey, 95, 96, Anil Sachdeva organized a workshop, transformation leadership workshop at Dharamshala, and there are 20 people participated. Those 3 days are the moment of my transformation, where my journey from as a business to the institution has moved. So my dot has moved from creating a company to building an institution. It started in that 96, when I met with Vikram Lal, Adi Godrej, and other people in that workshop. It's just so inspirational to meet those people in a 3-day workshop. So it could be, but reinvention could be multiple ways you can do the reinvent. When I moved from services business to intellect as a product business, I reinvented myself. It was vulnerable. I was making a 200 crore profit per year in Polaris. I have to invest for next 5 years. I had to go through the loss making of 200 crores. So that was a big transformation for me for reinventing myself to be in current position. Today, when we generate 400 crore profit per year, it's an outcome of those journey which I went through. So these are the 10 mantras which are there. A simplified way of somebody asks the question, where do I start? These are 10 things which can be done. Thank you, Shriram, for providing me the opportunity for this forum. Thanks a lot.